Similarly, if Providence removes something from your life, don't cling to it. Did a door close? Don't try to force it open. Did a relationship end? Don't beg someone to stay. Instead of racking your brain over the reasons why something happened, trust the higher power. It sees further than you, knows what awaits you in the future and what is best for you, and in time, everything will be revealed. Living with such faith, you will get rid of anxiety about the unknown. Stop wasting energy on figuring out who is a friend and who is an enemy, and you will not impose relationships, opportunities, or results on yourself. You will wait calmly, knowing that the truth will come out sooner or later, and you will be ready. Divine revelations are not always simple, but always necessary. Sometimes the truth comes as a sudden epiphany, sometimes gradually, like a mosaic of individual signs. Either way, believe that when the time comes, you will see everything you need to see. In the meantime, be patient, open to the spirit, but without rushing. Focus on self-improvement, healing, and purpose. Let go of the obsessive need for immediate answers. Believe that what is meant for you will not pass you by. The necessary information will be revealed, and then you will understand why everything happened the way it did. Life is a continuous flow of change, where events sometimes occur that seem incomprehensible and painful. Has a door of opportunity closed? Don't bang your head against it, tormenting yourself with futile attempts to bring back the past. Did a relationship fall apart? Don't beg for the return of something that may no longer make sense. Instead of agonizing over the reasons for what happened, try to trust the higher power, that unknown energy that governs the world. It sees further than we can imagine, knows what the future holds for us and what will be best for us. Gradually, step by step, everything will become clear. This faith will free you from anxiety, from the constant struggle to understand who is a friend and who is an enemy. You will stop imposing unsuitable relationships, illusory opportunities, and unrealistic results on yourself. Peace will come, a sense of confidence that the truth will be revealed sooner or later, and you will be ready for it. Divine signs are not always obvious, but always necessary. Sometimes the truth comes suddenly, a bright epiphany, like a flash of lightning. In other cases, it gradually emerges, like a complex mosaic, where each detail is an important sign. Believe that when the time comes, you will see everything you need to see. In the meantime, be patient, open, but without unnecessary fuss. Focus on self-development, on healing the soul, and on finding your true purpose. Let go of the obsessive desire to get answers immediately. Remember, everything that is meant for you will definitely find you. The necessary information will definitely be revealed, and then you will understand why everything happened the way it did. In a world full of gossip, where secrets are the most valuable currency, and sincerity is not always the norm, silence becomes a reliable shield. In the silence, in moments of solitude, higher powers whisper to us, guiding us, suggesting how to protect our energy, our dreams, and our heart. Not everyone needs to know about your plans. Not everyone deserves access to your innermost desires. Some people will take advantage of your trust. Others will try to extinguish your fire before it even ignites. Therefore, listen to your inner voice. Move in silence. Trust the higher power, and not the opinion of others. And then you will see how the mesmerizing picture of your future unfolds before you. To be continued. Not all applause is sincere. Not all words of support are heartfelt wishes. Life brings encounters with people who hide envy behind a mask of benevolence. They wish you failure, smiling at you to your face, cherishing resentment in their souls. Divine wisdom calls for prudence, for discernment in choosing your inner circle, for understanding the not always pure intentions of those around you. The pain of realizing that loved ones do not share your successes is inevitable. Belief in the reciprocity of feelings, in the symmetry of joy and support, can be deceptive. This is a difficult but necessary lesson. The ability to distinguish true allies from those who are waiting for the right moment to trip you up. Sometimes envy is unconscious, a silent poison that affects the hearts of those who have not yet found their own path. Unhappiness in one's own life breeds irritation with the successes of others. This is not always direct gloating, but the change in energy is obvious. Alienation, stingy congratulations, caustic remarks disguised as jokes. Be careful. God will show you who is sincerely with you and who is not. Often we mistakenly assume that long-standing connections guarantee support in our endeavors. However, the length of acquaintance is not a guarantee of loyalty. A person's true character is revealed in their actions. It happens that people who have been around for many years change when you achieve success. Instead of support, they start nitpicking at minor details, reminding you of past failures and discouraging new achievements. The reason isn't to hinder you, but fear of your success, which exposes their own insecurity. That's why God's commandment about silence is so important. When working on important projects, whether career, relationships, personal goals, or self-improvement, keep your plans secret, sharing them only with God. Not everyone is worthy to know your plans. Some, consciously or unconsciously, will pray for your failure, sow doubt, and instill fear at the most critical moment. Others may use your dreams for selfish purposes. Protect what God is creating in you. The question arises, what about trusting loved ones? Can't I share my hopes? Trust is invaluable, but it must be used wisely. The Bible warns against extravagance, comparing it to casting pearls before swine. This isn't a condemnation of people, but a statement of fact. Not everyone is capable of appreciating your achievements. Some may disregard your dreams not out of malice, but because of their inability to see God's plan in your life. Let's remember the biblical Joseph. God endowed him with a grand vision, a dream of power and prosperity. But when he shared it with his brothers, they were overcome with envy. Instead of support, they plotted intrigues, betrayed him, sold him into slavery, seeking to destroy his destiny. However, God's plan for Joseph proved insurmountable. Despite the hardships, he achieved what was destined for him. This story teaches us that not everyone is ready to accept God's promises addressed to you. Sometimes the best thing is to remain silent. During periods of growth and success, you will see how those around you change. Some will be inspired by your rise, support you, encourage you, and strive for their own development alongside you. These are the ones God has sent to be your companions. Others will perceive your success as a threat. They will try to diminish your achievements, sow doubts, and secretly sabotage your actions. Don't let them knock you off course. You don't need their approval, you don't need their confirmation. Just focus on God's plan for your life. Silence is a powerful weapon. It allows you to observe people without revealing your plans. It helps distinguish true friends from those who pursue selfish goals. It protects your spirit from unnecessary negativity. In silence, you hear God better. He will guide you to the right people and protect you from ill wishers. He will expose those who pretend to be friends but secretly harm you. Choose your words and interlocutors carefully. Remember, not everyone wishes you well, and that's natural. Your success is determined by God's plan, not the approval of others. Keep your plans secret, share them only with God, act quietly, and let the results speak for themselves. The time of revelation will come on its own. There is great power in silence. In our world, where there is an endless flow of information and a desire for approval, silence becomes a rare and invaluable gift. It is not weakness or a sign of defeat, but wisdom and protection, a way to preserve God's blessings. Many miss their opportunities by sharing their plans too early. They enthusiastically talk about new perspectives, breakthroughs, and ideas, but not all listeners are well-intentioned. Some envy success, others sow doubts, and still others actively resist, using the information obtained to create obstacles. When God is working in your life, some things should remain a secret between you and Him. Some blessings are in their initial stages, fragile like newborns, needing care and protection before they grow strong. Premature publicity can put them in danger before they can stand on their own. That's why silence is so important. It's not secrecy, but wisdom. Remember the times when premature disclosure of plans led to the collapse of hopes. Did you share a brilliant business idea with a friend, only to be met with his doubts, sowing seeds of self-doubt in you? Or perhaps an enthusiastic story about a new relationship attracted negative energy, destroying the emerging happiness. Or maybe you have already achieved some success, but unexpectedly encountered resistance from those who did not want your prosperity. These situations clearly demonstrate that not every blessing is intended for public announcement until a certain hour arrives. God's ways are inscrutable. He can bestow unexpected blessings upon you that others do not understand. He can exalt you in ways no one could have imagined. He can put you in a position that others believe you do not deserve. Excessive talk about your successes attracts unnecessary opinions, criticism, and interference from those who are unable to grasp God's plan for your life. By acting silently, you allow His work to develop freely, without being distracted by external factors. In this world, forces thrive on information. Many, pretending to be friends, secretly envy your success. Some people will smile at you, waiting for the moment to strike. Therefore, silence is your reliable shield. It protects your blessings from ill wishers. It ensures that God's providence is not overshadowed by doubts, fears, or the negativity of others. Silent existence is not equivalent to solitude or detachment from the world. The triumph of victories and the joy of communicating with loved ones remain possible, but require careful selection of the time, the interlocutor, and the very essence of the narrative. Ask yourself the question, is this the right time? Should this person be privy to my affairs? Should this remain between me and God? A vague answer is a reason for reflection and waiting. Truly, God's blessing does not need public announcement. It will reveal itself in due time. History knows many examples when the most significant events occurred in silence and stillness. Thus, seeds sprout in the dark before blooming in the sun. A baby develops in the silence of the mother's womb, preparing to be born. Even Jesus often withdrew from the crowd to pray, drawing strength before performing miracles. Silence is not emptiness, but preparation, a sacred space where profound transformations take place. The importance of silence also lies in the ability to feel a deeper connection with God. The constant flow of words, the desire for universal recognition and confirmation, create information noise that drowns out the divine voice. The practice of silence allows one to hear God's guidance more clearly, tunes one into His will, makes one more receptive to His wisdom, and helps one follow His plan. The emergence of a desire for self-affirmation, demonstration of achievements, or announcement of victories is normal, but true strength lies in the ability to restrain impulses. There is no need to justify yourself to everyone, to convince anyone of your own worth. The blessings destined for you will unfold in God's time, and then they themselves will become eloquent testimony. Higher powers call for the protection of what they have created in your life. This is a call to trust so deep that you will act, maintaining silence, resisting the desire to share everything with everyone. Understand that some gifts are destined to mature in silence before appearing to the world. The more carefully you protect your blessings, the more luxuriantly they bloom. The more secrets you keep between yourself and God, the more generously He bestows upon you undeniable miracles. Therefore, keep your peace, act wisely, and let deeds speak louder than words. And when the time comes, when your blessings are fully ripe and shining, nothing will be able to shake them. No enemy will stop them, no doubt will be able to sow hesitation in them, and no force will take away what is destined for you from above. The word is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It shapes our reality, controls emotions, and directs the course of life. Every word spoken carries energy that can both elevate and destroy, heal or wound, create or destroy. Your words, to yourself and to others, are not just sounds, but a force that shapes your experiences, relationships, and destiny. Many underestimate the power of the word, speaking carelessly, not realizing that every word is a seed thrown into the soil of life. Constantly affirming lack, struggle, or doubt, you attract exactly that into your life. Negative statements about yourself strengthen limiting beliefs that hold you back. But by choosing words of encouragement, faith, and strength, you embark on a path of abundance, confidence, and success. Words have incredible power to shape our self-perception. Constant repetition of phrases like, "I'm a failure," or "I won't succeed," will program the subconscious for failure. We will begin to unconsciously hinder our own development, convinced of our inability to achieve anything significant. In contrast, positive affirmations, for example, "I am strong, capable, and worthy of the best," rebuild thinking, setting you up for success. These words, like code, program the subconscious, directing thoughts and actions in the right direction. The same rule works in communication with others. Kind words, support, and love not only lift the spirits of those around us, but also fill us with positivity. On the contrary, criticism, gossip, and humiliation attract negativity into our own lives. There is a certain pattern. What we say returns to us like an echo. We get back what we give to the world. It is no accident that many spiritual teachings emphasize the importance of our words. The Bible says, "Life and death are in the power of the tongue." Our words are capable of both creating a beautiful life, and destroying blessings that could have been ours. Constant complaints, focusing on problems, and statements about failure even before attempting to do anything, all of this blocks opportunities. But faith in yourself, the announcement of victory, and the affirmation of what you want open the door for miracles. Paying attention to your own words is a manifestation of genuine self-care, a kind of love for your own personality. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and tenderness you would show a close friend. Imagine, every morning, looking in the mirror and saying to yourself, "I am beautiful, I am whole, I am worthy." How would your feelings change? You would feel a surge of confidence, feel significantly stronger. After all, words shape our thinking, and by choosing love in our expressions, we cultivate a deep and unwavering sense of self-worth. Moreover, our words have a huge impact on those around us. One kind word can brighten a person's entire day, and a warm phrase can heal emotional wounds. However, harsh words spoken in anger or carelessness leave deep, sometimes lifelong scars. Therefore, it is so important to pause before saying something. Ask yourself the question, is what I am about to say useful? Is it constructive or destructive? Does it carry love or cause harm? Thoughtful words, filled with good intentions, turn you into a source of light for those around you. It is equally important to remember the influence of other people's words on your life. Do not let negative statements define your self-esteem. Someone's claims about your inability, unworthiness, or failure to meet an ideal are not the truth. You have the power to reject negativity and replace it with statements that reflect your true essence. Do not let other people's words limit your potential. Speak your own truth, based on self-love and confidence in your abilities. Silence is sometimes more weighty than any words. Sometimes the best reaction to negativity, gossip, or conflict is complete silence. It is not necessary to get involved in every argument, to refute every false accusation. Your energy is a priceless resource, and sometimes the strongest position is silent disagreement. Protect your inner world by wisely choosing when to speak and when to remain silent. Thoughtful communication is constant work on oneself, requiring self-awareness, self-discipline, and a conscious selection of words that reflect your best essence. But it's worth the effort. By uttering words of love, faith, and hope, you create a life full of these qualities, attracting positive events, strengthening connections, and achieving success. Words are a powerful tool. Use them to build the life you want. Therefore, today, dedicate yourself to purposeful communication. Replace self-doubt with determination, criticism with support, and fear with faith. Let your words radiate the love and strength that already live within you. The more your speech corresponds to the desired reality, the faster it will materialize. Truth is a tremendous force. It is the foundation of honesty, trust, and sincerity. But in a world overflowing with opinions, subjective perceptions, and personal interests, your truth can easily be distorted. People perceive reality through the prism of personal experience, beliefs, and prejudices, adjusting your truth to fit their narratives. Therefore, it is so important to remain true to yourself, to protect your truth, and to choose with whom you share it. At times, when sharing our experiences, dreams, or feelings, we encounter the fact that our words are distorted, adapting to someone else's experience. Not everyone strives for understanding. Some listen in order to condemn, manipulate, or use what is said against us. Even sincerity does not guarantee correct perception. Spoken words go beyond our control. Their interpretation depends on the listener. People choose from our truth only what is beneficial to them, sometimes twisting it for their own purposes. Sometimes distortion occurs because of a sense of threat. Our confidence and clarity of speech worry those who are not ready to face their own truth. Instead of direct dialogue, it is easier to belittle our experience, reject feelings, or present us in a false light. It is easier to maintain the illusion of one's own comfort. Another motive for distortion is envy or self-doubt. Our authenticity, living in accordance with our beliefs, provokes those who themselves avoid the truth. Instead of admiring strength, they prefer discrediting, spreading lies, exaggerating facts, or sowing doubts. The goal is to undermine our confidence, make us doubt ourselves, and reduce us to their level. There are people who distort the truth simply because they do not understand it. The world appears to everyone through the prism of personal experience, upbringing, and fears. A truth that is obvious to one may be unacceptable to another. Misinterpreted intentions, misunderstood actions, the attribution of non-existent meanings, all this is commonplace. Therefore, a careful choice of words is so important, and more importantly, of the audience. Not everyone has access to your truth. Of course, it is offensive and unpleasant when you are misunderstood. There is a desire to explain everything, correct the distorted picture, defend your position. However, the more effort you spend refuting those who intend to misunderstand you, the more energy you waste in vain. Some people do not need the truth. They need a convenient version of events. They don't strive for clarity. They crave control. That's why silence is sometimes the best response. There's no need to prove your rightness to those who distort the truth, to get involved in their manipulations, or to fall into webs of deceit. Truth doesn't need constant defense. It's self-sufficient. Those who truly know and understand you won't believe gossip and rumors. They'll recognize the imitation and see your authenticity. But it's also important to remember how you convey your truth. Not every truth is meant to be voiced publicly, and not every ear is worthy of hearing it. Guard your story and share your dreams, difficulties, and victories only with those who have earned your trust. Be selective in choosing those close to you, because not all listeners wish you well. Some collect information to use against you. Carefully ensure that others' incorrect perceptions of you don't affect your self-perception. Someone's mistaken interpretation of your personality doesn't make it true. Don't allow false statements to sow seeds of doubt in your soul. Hold firmly to your own truth, even under pressure from others' attempts to undermine it. Know your true essence, steadfastly follow your values, and live so that your authenticity is evident. When you live authentically, staying true to yourself despite attempts at distortion, you rise above the fray. You don't need to engage in every argument or refute every lie. Your actions, your consistency, and your honesty will speak for themselves. Truth always comes out in time. Those who try to rewrite your history will eventually expose themselves, and those who seek the truth will find their way to you. Ultimately, the only truth that matters is the one you know in your heart. Don't let others define you, and don't let their distortions distract you from your path. Conserve your energy, and trust that the truth will always prevail. In a world constantly demanding activity, movement, and loud pronouncements, tranquility often goes unnoticed. Society convinces us that strength lies in constantly moving forward, in defending our opinions, and in fighting for what we want. But true strength doesn't always manifest in active deeds. Often it lies in calmness, in quiet moments of reflection, At the heart of strength and effectiveness lies the ability to remain calm in the face of adversity and to patiently allow life to run its course. Serenity isn't a sign of weakness, inaction, or passivity. It's a conscious choice to pause, to breathe, and to focus on yourself before reacting to external stimuli. It's the ability to remain internally balanced, even in chaos. The power of observation without being influenced by external forces. By finding serenity, you gain control over yourself. Become yourself, not a reflection of others' expectations. Many mistakenly equate strength with continuous struggle, believing that you must constantly prove your worth through effort and resistance. However, true strength often manifests not in force, but in knowing when to retreat. Think of mighty trees during a storm. They don't resist the wind with stubbornness, but bend, sway, yielding to the power of nature without breaking. Their strength is in flexibility, in the ability to withstand despite external forces. The same is true for a person. When life throws you a challenge, you don't always have to respond immediately. Strength can lie in observation, in pausing before reacting, in giving yourself time to reflect on the situation. Serenity brings clarity, allowing you to see things as they are, rather than reacting impulsively, giving in to emotions. It helps establish a deep connection with yourself. Constant movement hinders this. In the constant race, in the continuous interaction with the external world, it's easy to lose touch with your inner self, with your intuition. But when you find time for silence, for focusing on your own thoughts and feelings, a reunion with deep wisdom occurs. An understanding of true desires appears, distinct from those imposed by the surrounding world. Meditation, prayer, solitude, these aren't inactivity, but the creation of space for enlightenment, healing, and internal growth. By allowing yourself calmness, you open yourself to the world, release control, and trust the flow of life. Serenity is also a path to strengthening mental resilience. The ability to calmly endure discomfort without running from it develops emotional endurance. Many prefer to distract themselves from pain with noise, communication, work, avoiding encounters with themselves. But true healing occurs in silence, in moments of conscious experience, processing, and releasing emotions. Embracing serenity makes you unwavering, teaches you not to react to every provocation, not to prove your rightness. You grasp the power of silence, understanding that patience can be more effective than force. Actions cease to be a consequence of despair, becoming the result of wisdom. In serenity, true self-assurance is born. Self-confidence, independent of external evaluations, is a solid foundation of security and inner peace. Many strive for strength through achievements, social status, or the opinions of others, but these supports are unreliable and changeable. True strength lies in self-knowledge, self-acceptance, and comfort in one's own company. Great figures in history valued serenity, understanding that important decisions require thoughtfulness. Wisdom is not born in haste, and leadership is the fruit of inner stability. They cultivated patience, carefully assessed the situation before acting, and recognized the power of silence, which surpasses eloquence. And you can gain this strength. Instead of reacting impulsively to difficulties, pause and take a breath. Do not chase the unattainable. Maintain calm, allowing what you desire to come on its own. Do not fill every moment with bustle. Find stillness, giving yourself time for restoration, growth, and self-analysis. Serenity is not weakness, but a source of strength, a place to accumulate energy, rethink goals, and prepare for the future. In tranquility, you are not idle, but recharging, reflecting, and becoming stronger. And when the time comes to act, your actions will be effective and deliberate. Unwavering self-confidence is knowing your true self. Life, full of mysteries and uncertainties, constantly confronts us with the need to seek answers. We yearn to understand the causes of events, identify our allies and enemies, unravel hidden motives, and grasp the truth. But in this pursuit of clarity, we sometimes overlook the main thing. The truth will reveal itself when the time is right. There is no need to force events. God will show everything necessary when you are ready to accept it. Trusting in the divine plan requires patience and faith. It means letting go of control over outcomes, details, and relationships. When wondering why certain people have disappeared from your life, why opportunities have been missed, or doors have closed, consider, what if it was done for your protection? What if what was lost never belonged to you? What if God is clearing the way for something better? Sometimes, prayers for enlightenment receive an unexpected answer. The truth, when revealed, can cause pain. You may learn that a person you trusted unconditionally was insincere. It may happen that a long-awaited victory is not what it seemed. In such moments, it is easy to feel the bitterness of disappointment, even betrayal. However, it is important to remember, divine revelation does not seek to cause pain. It is meant to liberate. Truth, like an object floating to the surface, will eventually reveal itself. There is no need to seek it out, beg for it, or obtain it by force. If something is hidden from you, there is a reason. Perhaps you are not yet ready for this truth. Perhaps the lesson is not yet complete. Perhaps God is giving you time to strengthen your spirit before a new revelation. Haste only breeds doubt and disappointment. Trust and humility are the path to finding peace. There are situations when God, for no apparent reason, removes people from your life, breaks relationships that seemed unbreakable. At first glance, this seems unfair. You do not understand why a person, once so important, becomes distant. But instead of persistently seeking explanations, calm down and allow God to reveal the truth. He will show why this chapter of your life has ended. Attempts to force answers often lead to a distortion of reality. You may convince yourself of the false value of a relationship, justifying a painful situation. You can stubbornly cling to the familiar, even if it no longer corresponds to your reality. But if you just let go of control and allow higher powers to reveal what is hidden, you gain wisdom, the ability to see the truth not through the lens of personal feelings, but with the clarity of divine revelation. Sometimes the true essence of a person is revealed in their actions. There is no need to doubt someone's loyalty. Just observe their attitude toward you. There is no need to beg for the truth. Just notice patterns in their behavior. People will show their true nature when the time is right. There is no need to look for hidden motives. God will reveal them himself. If someone is not meant to be in your life, they will manifest themselves accordingly. Similarly, when something leaves your life by the will of higher powers, do not chase after it. If a door has closed, it is not your job to break it down. If a relationship has ended, do not beg someone to stay. Instead of agonizing over the question, why? Trust that God sees further than you, knows what awaits you ahead, what is best for you, and will reveal everything in His time. Living with such faith, you get rid of anxiety about the future, save strength, not spending it on finding out who is a liar and who is sincere, and do not chase after relationships, opportunities, or results. You gain peace, confident that the truth will surely be revealed and you will be ready for it. Understanding divine providence is no easy task, but it is extremely important. Truth can come as a sudden epiphany, like lightning piercing the darkness, or it can gradually unfold, like a mosaic assembled from many small details, signs that the universe places in your path. The main thing is to believe that at the appointed hour, all secrets will be revealed. In the meantime, be patient, keep your soul open, but do not rush things. Focus on self-improvement, healing emotional wounds, and your purpose. Let go of the obsessive desire to get answers immediately. Believe that everything that is destined for you will surely find you. The knowledge necessary for your path will definitely be revealed, and then you will realize the wisdom and expediency of every event that has occurred.